Have you ever wondered why there are days when you wake up and before anything even happens, your mind already feels tired, anxious, and drained? You look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. No one said that to you, you said it to yourself. And you know what? That's the moment when your mind is controlling your life instead of you controlling your mind. I once met a man in his 50s. He told me, I don't understand why. I've tried to change so many times, but everything always goes back to the same. I get pulled into negative thoughts even when I know they make no sense. I smiled and asked him, have you ever tried to reset your mind? He looked at me puzzled. You see, we live in an age where our phones, our computers, even our watches have a reset button. But the human mind, the most important thing of all, doesn't come with one. And when the mind is filled with worry, disappointment, and unhealed memories, it begins to reprogram your entire life toward negativity. I've lived for more than 60 years, and there's one thing I've learned. You can't have a new life if you keep the same old way of thinking. What keeps us stuck isn't our circumstances or other people. It's the repeated patterns of thought we carry inside. We think the same, feel the same, act the same, and then we wonder why life never changes. So in today's video, I want to invite you to press the reset button for your mind. We're going to learn how to recognize negative thoughts, how to replace them with empowering truths, and most importantly, how to reclaim control over your life. Imagine waking up each morning and instead of saying, I can't, you smile and whisper, I'm ready. Just one new thought can change your entire day. And if you practice it long enough, it can change your entire life. 1. Thought is the seed of destiny. Your life today is the result of the thoughts you've planted in the past. None of us can escape that law. If you plant the seed of doubt, you'll harvest worry. If you plant the seed of faith, you'll harvest opportunity. When I was young, I believed that if I just worked hard enough, life would reward me. But as I grew older, I realized hard work without the right mindset only makes you run faster, in the wrong direction. The first thing you must change isn't your situation, it's how you think about your situation. Every morning, ask yourself, what kind of seed am I planting in my mind today? Because that seed, whether you notice it or not, will take root in your actions, your decisions, and your destiny. 2. The power of awareness. Change doesn't begin with action. It begins with awareness. You can't clean a room if you don't turn on the light. Likewise, you can't change what you cannot see. When you become aware of what you're thinking, you've already gone halfway toward mastering your mind. Many people let emotions drive their lives without even realizing they're being controlled. They get angry without knowing why, sad without understanding the reason. Pause for a moment. When a negative thought appears, I'm not good enough, I'm going to fail, don't try to push it away. Observe it the way you would watch a cloud drift across the sky. Awareness is light, and when light appears, darkness naturally fades. 3. Your environment shapes your mind. I once told my students, if you want to know who you'll become in the next 5 years, look at the people you spend time with today. Your environment isn't just where you live. It's the stream of energy that constantly shapes your thoughts and emotions. If you're surrounded by negativity, life will feel heavy. If you're surrounded by inspiration, you'll see new possibilities within yourself. So choose your environment consciously. Stop consuming toxic content online. Seek out books, podcasts, and people who make you want to live better. A positive environment doesn't just shift your thinking, it awakens the potential already inside you. 4. Replace the lies with the truth. We all carry old lies within us, limiting beliefs formed in childhood. Maybe someone once told you that you're not smart enough, not attractive enough, or not capable enough, and you believed it for years. But here's the truth, every belief can be reprogrammed. Each time a negative thought arises, ask yourself, who told me this? And are they really right? Then replace the lie with a new truth. I'm not good enough. I'm learning and improving every day. I'm too old to start over. I'm old enough to know what truly matters. I can't change. I've changed before I can change again. Every time you choose truth over lies, your mind grows stronger. 5. Negative thinking. The invisible prison. Negative thinking is a mental prison. You can't see the bars, but you still feel trapped. It locks you inside. Fear, guilt, and old memories keeping you from moving forward. But here's the secret, the door has always been open. You just have to realize that no one holds the key except you. I once met a woman in her 60s who said she always felt guilty for not being as successful as others. I asked her, who set that standard for you? She fell silent. then smiled as if she had just found the key in her own hand. When you realize that negative thinking is not truth, but habit, you can walk out of that prison anytime. 6. Practice gratitude every day. If there's one simple practice that can completely transform your state of mind, it's gratitude. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a life skill. Each morning, before picking up your phone, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't need to be big, just simple truths like, I'm healthy, I have a roof over my head, someone cares about me. When you practice gratitude, your brain begins to rewire itself to look for what's right instead of what's wrong. And gradually, you'll realize goodness has always been around you. You were just too busy to notice. 7. Guard your mind daily. Your mind is like a garden. If you don't plant flowers, weeds will grow. The weeds are toxic news gossip, jealousy, and self-criticism. So become the gatekeeper of your mental garden. When someone brings negativity, simply smile and say, I don't need that in my mind today. Just as your body needs clean food, your mind needs clean input. Feed it with uplifting books, music stories, and silence. Your mind is your most valuable asset. Don't let anyone pollute it. 8. Choose a new perspective on challenges. Challenges don't come to break you. They come to teach you what you need to know to rise to the next level. I've failed more times than I can count, but looking back, I realize those failures were my greatest teachers. Remember, there are no hopeless situations, only hopeless mindsets. An optimist sees opportunity in difficulty. A pessimist sees difficulty in opportunity. The difference isn't in circumstances, it's in thinking. When life gets hard, ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? When you ask the right question, your mind will find the right path. 9. Reset your mind daily, not just once. Many people think changing your mindset happens in one moment, but in truth, it's a daily discipline. Your mind always wants to return to its old patterns like a computer stuck in a faulty program, so you must reset it every day. Each morning, clear your thoughts before you start your day. Each night, let go of what you don't need before you sleep. Think of your mind as a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. With time, negative thoughts will lose their power and positive ones will become your natural reflex. That's when you know you've reclaimed mastery over your mind. 10. Thought creates action. Action shapes life. No one can live differently if they still think the same. Every thought is a small command sent to your actions. Think positively and you'll act positively. Think negatively and you'll act in ways that harm yourself. If you want to act differently, don't force yourself, change the source of your thoughts. Visualize the person you want to become and each day behave as if you already are that person. Eventually, your mind and body will align and life will reflect that new image back to you. 11. Change your thinking, change your life. I've lived more than half a century and I've discovered one timeless truth. Your outer world is only a reflection of your inner world. If you want the world to be kinder, be kind to yourself. If you want others to trust you, learn to trust yourself. If you want a brighter life, start by lighting the lamp within your own mind. Every thought you choose today is a brick you lay for your future. So don't just listen, practice. If you change one thought each day, you'll change the entire direction of your life within a year. My friend, it's never too late to reset your mind. Whether you're 30, 50, or 70, the human mind has an extraordinary power to renew itself. What matters is not how far you've gone down the old road, but whether you're willing to turn toward a new one today. Every day is a chance to begin again. And every time you begin again with a better thought, you're not only transforming your own life, you're inspiring those around you. Remember, life doesn't change when circumstances change. Life changes when your mind does. You know, if you've made it to this moment in the video, then perhaps a part of you is already ready to change. Not to change the world around you, not to change others, but to change what's inside of you, where everything truly begins. We've just walked together through a long journey. We talked about the power of thought, how even the smallest thoughts can lead to the greatest transformations. We talked about the invisible prison built from fear, doubt, and limitations, a prison we construct ourselves in our own minds. And above all, we talked about the key to freedom, awareness, choice, and belief. I've lived more than 60 years on this earth. I've failed. I've fallen. I've once believed it was too late to start again. But the moment I began to question my old thoughts, the moment I chose to look inside my own mind, I realized age was never the limitation. It's how we think about age that truly limits us. And the same goes for you. Whether you're in your 20s full of dreams or already halfway through life every day, you still have the right to press the reset button in your mind. Because no one is destined to live trapped in negative thoughts. No one is forced to remain stuck in fear, doubt, or past wounds. They only exist because you allow them to exist. I want you to try something with me right now. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine letting go of every negative word that was ever planted in your mind. Those words like, I'm not good enough, I can't change, or it's too late. Let them fade away with your breath. Now breathe in again, and this time say quietly to yourselves, I am learning to master my mind. I deserve to be free. I am capable of rewriting my own story. Can you feel it? That's not just your breath. That's the energy of awareness awakening inside you. Every time you choose a better thought, you're changing every cell in your body, every reaction in your life, and every step on your future path. I want you to remember this. Every morning you wake up, you're standing before a blank field, your mind. And you get to choose what seeds to plant. If you plant doubt, you'll harvest confusion. If you plant fear, you'll harvest limitation. But if you plant belief, gratitude, and purpose, you'll harvest a life worth living. Don't let others plant seeds for you. The media, social networks, other people's disappointments. They're all trying to plant their own seeds in your mind every day. But you are the gatekeeper. You decide which seeds stay. The more aware you are, the stronger your mind becomes. And when your mind is strong, nothing can hold you captive. Not your past, not your circumstances, not your age, not even your failures. True freedom begins within. I've asked many people in their 50s, 60s, even 70s this question, if you could go back in time, what would you change most? And you know what they say. No one says, I wish I had more money. No one says, I wish I owned more things. Most of them simply say, I wish I had believed in myself sooner. That's a priceless truth. People don't fall because of a lack of opportunity. They fall because of a lack of belief in themselves. So don't wait for someday. Don't wait until everything is perfect to begin. Start today. Start now. With just one small decision to change how you think, you've already begun your own reset journey. I don't want you to just watch this video and say, that's inspiring. I want you to act on it. Because knowledge only becomes power when it's applied. Tomorrow morning, take 2 minutes to repeat these 3 affirmations. Today I choose positive thoughts. I am the master of my mind. I can start over anytime. If you do this every day, you'll be amazed by how much you transform in just a few weeks. That's the power of conscious thinking, a habit shared by the most successful people in the world. You don't need to become great in a single day. Just aim to be a little better than yesterday, and you're already moving in the right direction. And soon you'll see that consistency opens the door to an entirely new life. If this video has touched you, then I believe you're not an ordinary person. You're someone seeking awakening, someone who wants to live a more meaningful life. And you are not alone on this journey. Here in our community, you'll meet thousands of people learning to master their minds, break free from limits, and live more fully every single day. We don't just watch videos, we live with awareness. We practice mindfulness, and we inspire one another. So if this feels like home to you, click subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Not for the algorithm, not for numbers, but because I want to send you weekly messages to help your mind grow stronger, calmer, and clearer. Let this space be a safe haven for your mind, a place you can return to after a long day. Take a deep breath and remind yourself, I can begin again. I can rise again. Before you go, remember this. Your life is not shaped by your circumstances. It's shaped by how you think about them. When you change your thoughts, you don't just change your tomorrow, you rewrite the entire story of your life. And that story deserves to be a masterpiece. So keep walking this journey with me. Let the next videos be where you continue exploring yourself, where you learn to turn thoughts into action limits, into opportunities, and struggles into strength. If you take away just one thing today, let it be this. Reset your mind and life will follow. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. You didn't just watch content, you took one more step on your journey of awakening. I believe that in the next video, you won't be the same person anymore. You'll be a new version of yourself, more aware, stronger, and freer. Make sure to turn on notifications because I'll be waiting for you there in the next video where we'll dive deeper into the art of mastering your mind and creating a life worth living. See you soon, and never forget, everything begins with a single thought, and that one thought can change your entire life.